mic is muted. What the hell is going on my mic? There we go. We got my mic on now. So we got a guest waiting. Look like we're having all types of issues tonight. Instagram didn't want to live stream it first, so I had to fix it real quick. But we live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So anybody tuning in, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. So we got a guest wait. We're gonna bring him on. This guy's what they call a tower dog. I wasn't familiar with what a tower dog is, so I had to look it up. It's like a guy who works like an electrician or something that climbs like 300-foot towers, which I'm terrified of. So hopefully he'll also help me, overcome my fear of heights. Let's bring on the one and only Daniel, the tower dog, Pettit. Daniel, how you doing, man?
Good. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man.
Yeah, that was a cool little intro. 300 feet's pretty low, though, bro. Towers we
Oh,
be climbing are a little higher than that.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't know
we
what a tower dog was. I had to look it up.
yeah, we're doing the 5G upgrade for T-Mobile all throughout the Rocky Mountains. So we're climbing some pretty big towers out here, man. My wife and I own
Now,
a little business doing it.
okay, were you ever scared of heights?
Nah, I've been up trees since I was a kid, so it was only natural for me to go that direction. You know what I mean?
That's
I love them.
crazy. Yeah, I don't like heights too much.
I was always that guy when I was a younger cat jumping off the cliffs when we go to the river and stuff. Yeah, I dig anything that raises the blood pressure, man. Anything that gives me adrenaline, you know?
Damn, you like old boy Bradley Cooper off of Limitless when he was on that cliff and they was like, he ain't gonna do it, and he just jumped.
Gone.
So,
Yeah.
did you do any boxing or MMA before you got into bare knuckle?
No, I did not. No, I did not.
Okay.
I mean, as a younger kid, yeah, I had a few amateur boxing matches when I was way younger. But as for like
Uh-huh.
amateur experience as an adult, no. I saw BKFC one, bro, and I knew I had to do it. So I worked my butt off and I went to a tryout and they liked me, but I couldn't get my license until I got a fight, right? So I took a
Mhm.
fight with Valor, and that's kind of what got my foot in the door with the BKFC.
So, what was it about bare knuckle? Because I didn't see BKFC one when it first came out, but what was it even back then that made you say, "Hey, I want to do this"?
So like I was a high level baseball player as a kid. My dad passed
Okay.
away. Things happened to where I didn't go after my dreams for that, right? But I grew up in a rough neighborhood in Southern California and I always threw my
Okay.
hands. Like I didn't have a choice in that. It was kind of something that I had to do, not something I really wanted to do. But then I got good at fist fighting. And so when I saw it was a professional sport, I knew that that's what I had to do. And I wasn't about to stop until I got there. So here we are now.
And like the tryouts, how did you get up in your first initial tryout? You had to contact somebody like Nate Shook or something?
Yeah, and I flew from Connecticut. I was working in Connecticut at the time. I flew myself out to Jacksonville, and
Uh-huh.
Lorenzo Hunt was actually running that. And it's funny
Okay.
because the guy that I fought in my first Valor fight, Josh
Uh-huh.
Sykes, he was there and he gave me like pointers that day and shit. They really liked me. They gave me like the interview and they said that they'd give me a fight, but I needed to get my licensing handled. So that's what I did. And then after I fought Josh Sykes in Valor, they were like, "Well, you're obviously built for this shit," because that guy was no joke, man. It was a crazy first opponent for a debutant to take. He already had BKFC experience and stuff, so
Uh-huh.
and it was a higher weight class than I fight at. Took my first fight at 155. I was gonna do whatever I had to
Okay.
do, bro, to get my foot through that door. You know what I mean? I would have fought a heavyweight. I didn't care. I wanted to fight for the BKFC, and I wasn't gonna stop till I got there.
So your first fight in BKFC was a win. Then you've had two tough ones. I mean, Van Vo is I think he's a pretty good opponent.
Yeah,
I forgot your third opponent. You're coming off
that
back to back
was
losses. How
yes,
do you
sir. I
like
am.
what do you learn from the losses?
Well, the main thing is that like even the fight that I won, right? I did not do my job in
Mhm.
there, bro. I let the moment get the
Okay.
best of me. I'm still fresh to this, so I'm learning on the job.
Yeah.
And I've trained in boxing gyms for the last almost 8 years, bro. I know how to box, and
Okay.
I've never done that. Not in any of my fights. I've let the moment get the best of me, got too excited. And, my last opponent, it's funny because the kid couldn't punch hard, but he was cutting me up,
Okay.
right? So he hit me, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is nothing. I'm just gonna walk him down and get him. And then I heard the 10-second clacker, bro, and I thought the round was over. And dude hit me with like
Yeah.
10 unanswered shots, cut my eye up, and I couldn't see no more. So they didn't let me go out in the second. But yeah, it's all those little things that I'm learning along the way, bro. Like fighting these guys at the highest level. That dude, Trayvon Kroger, he's no slouch. Dude was like 8-0 boxer, 1-0 in BKFC. So I'm not taking any easy fights either. And I'm gonna continue to do that, bro.
Yeah.
Like I know I'm on a 2 fight loss, but this next one ain't gonna be like that. I'm gonna keep my cool. I'm gonna do my job. If there's something that my last fight taught me is that this shit isn't that scary. It's really not. We get a few cuts, but we heal, man, and we heal good. And yeah, just those nerves. I have to get control of that in my next fight. Keeping myself calm. When I'm calm, I'm the most dangerous, bro. So yeah, not getting too amped up.
Well, tall. Okay. I would think climbing them tall towers would be far more dangerous than bare knuckle.
It is, and it's not even that. It's like I don't feel pressure when I'm climbing towers every day, right? I don't feel like I do that every single day. It's second nature.
Yeah.
And that's what I have to make this bare knuckle stuff too. I need to remind myself those days that we go out there and fight under the lights. I do that same thing every day in the gym, anyways. So it's just me getting myself amped up, bro. I just get too excited. Like even my mom was watching the fight and she's watched me play sports my whole life, wrestle in high school, and she
Mhm.
was telling herself like, "Fuck, he's too excited. He's too excited." Because I went out there, got myself too amped up, and started throwing haymakers at the kid. Can't be doing that shit. This is the highest level. I gotta fight the way I know I'm supposed to. Absolutely.
Like, do you ever be getting caught up in, like, trying to get fight of the night?
I just want to get fight of the night in my own mind, bro. Like I feel
Uh-huh.
that if I go out there and I do my job, there's nobody in my division that could stop me. And they're all taking me lightly because they've never seen me go out there and do my thing yet. In this next fight, I just want to do my thing, bro. Like that's all that matters is go out there, do what my coaches tell me and follow my fucking game plan for the first time in my career. You know what I mean? Because yeah,
Now,
it's time for that.
have you heard anything about who your next opponent is or when your next fight is?
I have. I've gotten an offer. The offer is for, I believe they have a Salt Lake City card coming up. I just hit them up. They said I'm not allowed to announce it because I haven't signed it yet. But I've
Okay.
accepted the terms for a fight on May 15th in Salt Lake City. I
Mhm.
just don't know. You know what I mean? Like it's not up to me anymore. I accepted the opponent. I accepted the date. Now I'm just waiting on them, but it's not for sure yet. You know what I mean? I can't announce that, but we're hoping for that.
Okay.
They also have Denver coming up, and I'm in Colorado right now. So I did let them know, hey, if that one doesn't work out, Salt Lake, put me on Denver. If Denver doesn't work out, put me in Palm Desert at home. I can go all over the country now because I've built like little followings everywhere we're at. We were in the East Coast first. I had a good
Mhm.
little gym family there, you know what I mean? And we've
Okay.
been here in the Midwest for a while and we've built that same thing here. So yeah, it's been awesome to be able to travel for work because it's helped me grow in this sport so much, learning from all these different amazing coaches throughout the country. It's been fucking money can't buy that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, since your first fight, what part of your game has improved the most?
I would say just knowing what to do in there and positionally being aware of where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like every time we go in there, it's a learning experience for us. But the main thing that I've learned, if I were to be honest with you, is to protect my eyes. Our eyes are, if you
Okay.
can't see, you can't fight. And two of my fights so far have been because of my eyes. You know what I mean? I can't see. So protecting my eyes at all costs and just staying safe, man. Like I said earlier, I love that adrenaline. So everybody that's watched me knows I walk my guys down Every single guy I fought, I march right at him and I'm ready to get after it. And I need to learn how to, but like, I know how to box and I need to use that in my fight, bro. I don't need to always be walking these guys down. You know what I'm saying? So you guys are going to see a whole different tower dog in my next fight because nobody's seen what I could do yet. Even in the fight that I won, bro, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. That kid just sucked real bad that night. You know what I mean? Yeah. It wasn't an
What I
impressive
realize
win.
what I realize about bare knuckle is the fans want guys that are just gonna have the Mike Perry fight style, just go blow for
Yeah.
blow. But that's not always smart. You know, my last two fighters that I interviewed, like James Get Down Brown, he's more of a, try to not get hit and hit you as
Right.
much as he can. And the same with the guy I just interviewed, Joshua Oxidon. I
I
don't
was
think everybody
impressed
has
with
to
that
get
kid.
into. Yeah, was you? Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's how I box in the gym. That's why I left a comment on
Yeah.
his shit like, "Hey, good fight, brother." Like that's how we're supposed to fight in there. You know what I mean? And he even did his little song and dance. Yeah, bro. I was impressed. Plus, I don't like Travis too much, so I was rooting against that fool anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was actually shocked that, because Travis is known as a guy who bangs is supposed to be tough, but he like handled Travis like real easily. And Travis would get frustrated because he couldn't get nothing off on him.
Travis is all bark and no bite, homie. That's all Travis is. Yeah.
Is he in your
He
same
he
weight
got
class?
showed. No, he's not. And he's lucky he's
Okay.
not. He wouldn't dare, bro. He wouldn't dare. I've seen him in person. Yeah, I tried calling that dude out. It didn't work. Same with Pat Sullivan, bro. He's a sissy too. I don't know
Oh
what's up with
man,
these
that
guys.
that guy, man, I don't know. It was crazy because he was talking all that junk in his this last Knucklemania one, and he literally got dropped like the same way he did by Kane Thomason Jr., man.
Hey, I could
It's
say
like
one thing, bro. I might have lost my fights, but I never quit. He was trying to quit on the stool in between rounds. Coach, don't send me back out there,
yeah.
please. Like, bro, you ain't built for this shit. Get the fuck out the way. You know what I mean? It's just kind of ridiculous. He said a bunch of personal things about my wife, so no matter what, if they pay me or not, I'm gonna beat the shit out of Pat Sullivan in the future. Either way, we're throwing hands, bro. So he's got something to answer to with me.
Yeah, I noticed sometimes it can get a little personal with some of these
We're all
fighters.
professionals. We're supposed to be professionals. You should never bring
Yeah.
family or anybody else into it. You could attack me, my fight style, my character, whatever
Yeah.
you want to do, bro. But you bring other people into it, and that's when I'll just slap the shit out you open handed when I see you in person. You know what I mean? I'll figure out the consequences after. Yeah, he crossed the line with me. Pat knows what's up. Yeah, he for sure knows what's up. I'm looking forward to
So what
that though. I'd like to fight him in the ring. You know what I mean? I just don't think that he would ever fight anybody that he thinks he can't easily beat, like him underestimating Charles, bro. Like I knew
yeah, because
Charles was going
Charles
to be
was
a
actually
problem.
not favored. He was not favored betting odds wise.
He won me $350 off a $25 bet, bro.
Damn.
It was crazy. Yeah, he was a big underdog. Big underdog. I wasn't missing out on that money. I know what Charles Bennett can do, and I knew that he was underestimating him. Pat was calling me during the week, like 2 weeks before his fight, Thursday night, 3 o'clock in the morning, all messed up, bro. Like he didn't do what he was supposed to do. He needed to lock in, and he did not lock in, bro. Not at all.
I'm not big on the fighters that talk like a lot of shit and always get their asses whooped.
It is, yeah. I mean, you gotta humble up eventually. You know what I mean? And not make excuses for yourself. For my losses, bro, I got no excuses. Those dudes bested me
Yeah.
that night. I just know I could have been better than that, and that's what it bothers me. You know what I mean? I don't feel like Van Vo, for instance. That motherfucker hit like a Mack truck, bro, and he caught me. He caught me after a
Yeah.
bad weight cut, and I was not getting back up after he cracked me. He hit me hard. But that dude Trayvon, I'm coming back after that kid because I beat myself in that fight. I could beat that kid. I know I can. So I'm gonna win one or two, and then I'm coming back at Trayvon Kroger for sure. I want that rematch. That's something I have to have.
Now you a featherweight.
Yes, I am.
So what are you
Yeah.
thinking about this whole featherweight division right now?
It's cooking, bro. We got a lot of talent in it. But I am like I'm right on the verge of like being a 135er and a 145er. I don't walk around too heavy anymore. When I first started this, I was like 10 or 12 pounds heavier than I am right now. So we're
Uh-huh.
thinking about making the switch down to 135. I just want to I need a win first, you know what I mean? I'm not going anywhere and making the weight cut harder before I get this shit under wraps and get myself under control, if that makes sense. But that's the next
And,
step. We're probably going to hit 135 at some point this year for sure.
and that's bantamweight.
Yeah, bantamweight.
Yeah, and no disrespect to the guys at the bantamweight, but I was interviewing Joshua last night. We were talking about it. I mean, you know, Reber's he just had 2 title shots. He's probably not gonna get a third anytime soon. Keith Richardson, I mean, he lost after he lost the title. Nate
Yeah,
Maness, I mean, he's 2-0, man. I mean, that's just it, and then the Bradley Taylor cat, I'm not even really familiar with him, but he ain't had a lot of tough opponents. And then you got Osmanov at the bottom. He's 1-1.
right, right. Yeah, Oxen. I think Josh is going to be great in that fucking in that division, man. And it's pretty wide open right now. Reber's my boy, and I hate to see what happened. He
Mhm.
learned like he learned the same lesson that I did. He got caught in his eye and he couldn't see, bro. You can't see, you can't fight. You know what I mean? And it's just unfortunate. But yeah, Reber's my freaking boy. So I always watch the bantamweight division because I know that's where I'm going eventually. I've lost
Well,
so I had that one weight miss where I missed half a pound with Van Vo, and then I got obsessed with my weight, bro, and I went down like 10 pounds. So that would never happen again. You know what I'm saying? I will never
mhm.
allow that to happen again. And how dehydrated I was in the fight. Like that shot, I feel like I could have taken if I was properly dehydrated. But dude, I was dried out, wrung out like a towel. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, all these little learning experiences I'm just taking into my next fight, bro. This dude's in trouble. And the dude that they do that I signed for that I agreed to, we have the
Mhm.
same exact record in the BKFC. It's going to be a great fight. Both of us come to fight, so it will be something to watch. It will be. And it's a perfect fight for both of us. Show who's got it, you know what I mean? And it's going to be me for sure.
Well, what's your opinion on the guy that's champion in your weight class right now, Kai Stewart? He seems like one of the most hated guys in BKFC. Everybody's targeted on him. Other weight classes are
I want to
targeting him.
I want to fight him, but it's just like I just don't like that pompous, just fucking, yeah, he's just kind of a. This isn't the WWE, bro. This is bare knuckle fighting, and
Yeah.
they're kind of trying to turn it into something that it. I thought this shit's supposed to be raw, and I thought it's supposed
Mhm.
to be real. I didn't think it's supposed to be all this fluffy fucking. I don't know, bro. I guess I was mistaken, but I didn't think this was the WWE, and he kind of takes it like that. I feel, kind of playing the character. Because when I saw that dude in person, he knows
Yeah.
exactly who I am. He saw me in Sturgis, and that fool looked at the motherfucking ground when I walked by. So he's not tough shit like he says, and that's why everybody says that. Because he's only
Yeah.
tough shit like behind security or. Don't get me wrong, kid's got skills, but he just, yeah, I want to fight that kid, bro. I know I could beat him. Everybody does because, well, at least they think they can until they get in there with somebody that's got
Yeah.
cardio like
Yep.
that. He uses his cardio like a weapon, and I don't think that that'll beat me, bro. I just don't think so. I want that fight though in the future. Shout out to Kai, man. He's been reigning for a long time, bro. I can't really hate on too much. Like,
Yeah.
fucking dude's undefeated. He fought HD, who's one of my favorite fighters since before I came into this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, HD's a bad dude, bro, and
Yeah. Yeah.
he bested. Although something may have happened, whatever, blah blah blah, but like he bested him that night, and that's the point,
Yeah.
and that's what happened, bro. Like that's crazy. That blew my freaking mind, dude. You know?
I think that fight definitely I think everybody thought HD was gonna win that fight.
Yeah, because he's crispy. Dude's a great
Yeah.
boxer. He's like, yeah, if there's one person that I watch train, it's HG. He's clean, dude, and he comes at dudes too. And that's kind of what he didn't do so much with Kai. He didn't come at Kai. Kai kind of came at him, and I think that kind of caught him off guard or some shit. Plus, it was all the antics before the fight. That I know from experience, bro, that if your head's not right on the night of the fight, you're done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're done.
You said something that was interesting to me. You said you didn't think BKFC was gonna be like WWE, but when I always watch it, I always feel like I'm watching WWE, but bare knuckle. Just
Right.
the way the production is, and then like you said, I ain't gonna call out no names, but there's other guys who play a character,
Right. And they're
you
not
know?
that character in real life, bro. I've met most of these guys and they're not that. And like, I just feel, in my opinion, if they were themselves, they would sell more than playing
Yeah.
this dumbass character, bro. It just, I don't know. Cause these are cool dudes and they like really have stories to tell and shit. Like, that's why. So when I fought for Valor, I was Danny Viper, some fucking nickname a coach gave me, said I strike like a snake. I'm like, dude, that's not who I am, bro. Had like
Danny
a
Viper.
blonde mohawk and shit, like trying to play a character, right? And I told
Yeah,
myself, I'm like, I'm already a character, bro. Like I'm a tower dog. I'm a blue collar fucking
yeah.
savage. I need to use that and be who I actually am on a day-to-day basis, not try to play some character. So my first and only fight was the time I tried to play that character, and that shit was dead from that moment on. I just don't. It's not for me. It ain't for
Yeah.
me. I feel
Yeah,
like I'm already genuine enough to where I don't need to act like something that I'm not, I guess.
I think you got
Yeah.
2 kind of fighters. Like, some guys just like to talk in the ring, and some guys like to talk in and out the ring, you know?
Yeah. That's the whole thing, bro. Like I've said this every fight. Win, lose or draw, this is my motherfucking dream, bro. So I'm already
Yeah.
living it. I'm just having fun. I'm just going along for this ride and I just like to fucking fight. So it doesn't matter, bro. Like I'm winning this next fight though. I know it because I've been busting my ass and I'm all I got to do is just stay calm in there and this dude ain't going to be able to hang. There's no fucking way.
So, I always use ChatGPT to try to pull up as much info as I can, and sometimes they create some questions. I saw a question I thought was interesting. It said, "What drives you more, proving people wrong or proving yourself right?"
Proving myself right, bro. I don't care about nobody else. Me and Amy, my partner,
Mhm.
that's all I care about. Those are the only people in the world that I care to impress. But if I can impress myself, then I know I'm impressing other people because I am my own worst critic, bro. I'm very hard on myself. And I feel like that's why I've gotten to where she's also very hard on me. She don't let me fucking slack. Like there
Mhm.
is no, there is no, oh, I'm tired today. There is no, we're not, no, we're going, bro. So get up. And we play off each other well in that sense. So yeah, it's more proving me right because I don't give a shit to prove anybody wrong, bro. I've already done that. Little backstory on me, dude. In my 20s, I was an opiate addict. Like I was stuck on
Yep.
pain pills. I was all fucked up. So I've already won by getting my shit straight, you know?
Yeah.
I own a business. I have a beautiful career. I have a beautiful wife. We travel the country and get paid for it to work. And yeah, even without this fight shit, dude, I'm a blessed man. I have gratitude every day for my life. So yeah, just proving me right, dude. I don't care about nobody else. Just want to keep
Do
on trying to better myself, man.
do you
That's
ever
it.
get discouraged, like, having to wait for fights? I mean, because bare knuckle is still a new growing sport.
Yeah, I get frustrated. Matter of fact, we've gotten like if they wouldn't have came at me with this offer as soon as they did, I was already talking to Dirty Boxing. We're talking about Dirty Boxing too. I feel
Okay.
like that sport's tailor made for me. Um yeah, I got a buddy of mine into it. We're not really cool anymore, but Wolf, they're like it's like their main dude. And I told him
Okay.
about it and brought him he got the first like private event in Florida and I went down there, I sponsored him and shit. And I really think that that's something that I could do. So if this, I'm a bare knuckle fighter through and through, but I would like to try that out as well. Obviously not until my bare knuckle contract's over with. But they have said like if they can't keep me busy, I could take glove boxing matches if I want. Maybe they'll I didn't ask them if they'd let me do dirty boxing, but I'm pretty sure that
Mhm.
they would. They're pretty cool about that. Like um my manager, both my manager and I have a real good relationship with everybody over there. And I think that's why I've gotten the opportunities I have, bro, is because we always do good business. I show up, I want to fight, and I'm going to continue to do that every time I'm in there, you know?
Yeah, I could be critical on fight promotions with fighters wait. I'm pro fighter, I'm not really pro fight promotion. because fight
Right.
promotions, they're like everything else. There's politics involved, and they expect you to be loyal to them. But if you're not giving a person enough work, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, like I got a fight pulled from me last February and it took me until August to get a fight, bro. Like that's way too long and I can't wait that long again. You know what I mean? And even if like August to May, that's a big chunk, dude. Like
Yeah,
I can't be fighting 2 times a year. I need to fight
yeah,
3, 4 times a year, especially with how young I am in my career. Like I need to be busy. But I need to win. When I
yeah.
win, I'll fight more often. All the guys that are winning fight way more often. So it's kind of my own fault. If I would have won in Sturgis, I probably would have already fought at Palm Desert at that last card. So
But I
probably my
think
fault.
also, like, guys, sometimes when you like, if you're a guy that's always putting on a fight that almost gets fight of the night every time or gets a lot of fight of the nights, I think that'll get a guys a lot of fights too. Because a cat like Travis probably got a lot of fights because a lot of his fights were like
Yeah.
guys going blow for blow.
Well, and now they're bringing in so many debutantes every single event. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe we should slow down on bringing new guys in for a little while so you can give some of your vets some work. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that's not my job to decide. They're wanting to grow this thing, but hopefully it gets big enough soon to where we settle in and we can have an event every other weekend or whatever and really get some work in because yeah, the only guys that are getting 3, 4 fights a year are the biggest names in the BKFC. Other than that, guys like me, like we're lucky to get two, and that's rough. Luckily I don't do this for a living or that would be really rough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
would probably say that they do the debuts because it's local, regional based, but I would say they probably do a lot of debuts because 'cause they're probably a lot cheaper to pay than guys who might have a lot more fights under their belt for the company and, might
and
want a little
and
bit
those
more for their
debut
next fight.
Yeah, also those debut guys, if they are a hometown guy, they're hoping that they'll sell a bunch of tickets as well.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah, definitely.
and that's the part, man, I get it, it's entertainment, man, but at some point, man, to be the best, you gotta beat the best, and you gotta let
Fact.
the best guys fight the best guys at some point, man. You can't we know the fight game is known for preserving people's records,
Oh
known for
yeah.
trying to keep people undefeated for a long time because they see something in 'em that they wanna build up, you know?
Yep,
I've
that's
I've
true.
I've always said that because when I first started podcasting and doing the bare knuckle interviews, right around the Howard Davis and Kai Stewart fight, and I
Hmm.
was, close to some people that were working for BKFC that were saying a lot of people in the building they didn't really want Kai Stewart to win. They wanted Howard Davis because they felt like he was more marketable, he could be a bigger name, um, and not to mention he had a nice little sponsor by the name of Shaquille O'Neal,
Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. Yeah, and I think Kai has spoiled a lot of their plans in that sense
Yeah,
by staying the champion for as long as he has. And I feel like he's trying to become more marketable. He's
yeah.
trying to mature a little bit, I think. So that's good. But I don't think he'll be there much longer, bro. He's got some killers that are coming at him.
Yeah, and I
He's
think
got
that
some
analogy
killers.
also applies to the Brian Duran fight because we know Brian Duran selling, I heard like $100,000 worth of tickets.
For sure. That fool. He calls himself the cash cow. He sells hella tickets in Miami. So
Hey, but we need
yeah.
to go to Miami, book him for a performance. He gonna sell hundred
Yeah.
thousand dollars worth of tickets because he
Yeah,
raps
no
too. I
kid.
think he does like Latin rap,
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what he was doing before he fought. Yeah,
and that's
and that was unfortunate how that went down too. Kai kind of got lucky because Gaio should smoke
yeah.
that fool. Really, if
I
yeah,
I don't think nobody expected Kai to get past that one either.
no, they didn't. And I mean, this next one, I feel like this is maybe like a Conor McGregor thing or whatever. Nico
Mhm.
Gaffey, and I'm not doubting Nico Gaffey. I think he's really good too, but he's only 2-0. He didn't really earn that title shot, bro. Like,
Yeah,
what about Nathan Rivera? What about Plazaola? The guys that are like 6 or 7-0. and they haven't got the title shot, and this dude that's 2-0 because he's homies with Conor McGregor gets a
Yeah.
fucking title shot? Or
Oh, I
are
didn't
they
know
trying
that.
to give are they trying to give Kai a layup? Like
Yeah.
what is it? Because I don't know. You know what I mean? But I think it's pretty fucked up that you got two guys in our division that have ran
Yeah.
through everybody in the division and then some, and you're gonna give a guy that's 2-0 a title shot. But
In
that's
my
why I don't
opinion,
matchmake.
in my
Yeah.
opinion, Edgar Plaziola deserves that the title shot.
Yeah, he's bodying everybody, dude. He's
Yeah.
turning people into zombies, you know? Or or here's a suggestion. Nathan Rivera versus Plazola for a number one contender spot, and then the winner fights Kai. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Kind of like
because
what they're
Nathan
doing at
hasn't
the
had a lot of
lightweight.
tough competition though. Nathan hasn't had a
I
lot.
know.
Yeah.
They've
So
been they've been trying to build Nathan, but he is good, bro. That fool's got
yeah. No,
skills.
I no, I like what I see. I like what I see.
Yeah. He knows how to stay long and stay safe, and that's what
Yeah.
matters the most in this sport, really. I just don't like if I were to see that fight play out, I feel like Nathan Rivera would stay on the outside and Plazola wouldn't be able to get in and do what he does to everybody else because Nathan
Yeah.
knows how to move. Nathan knows how to be situationally aware in the ring to where he ain't gonna let that guy get him up against the ropes. You know what I mean? Because Plazola is a killer, bro, but he gets a lot of guys in the
Yeah.
clinch and kills them in the clinch.
Yeah, he
So
does. He's great
he
with
ain't
that.
getting he would never get I don't see him getting Nathan in a clinch, dude. I don't think so. His footwork's too good, dude. Nathan's really good,
And
in
I
my
thought
opinion.
when he fought Gary Fox that Faziola would have like
Yeah,
manhandled
I
him a
thought
little
it.
bit more.
Yeah, but Gary Fox is a tough
He's
Brit,
tough.
man.
No, he's tough. Yeah, he's the
Yeah,
guy you want in the bar. He's the one of those guys
you
you want in a bar fight with you.
boy, you don't want to fight that dude unless you want to walk out with broken hands. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's a tough son of a gun right there. So, yeah, shout out to Gary Fox. Like, I got nothing but respect for the UK guys. I feel like that's where our sport came from.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
did.
the
It did. Yeah.
like travelers over there really throwing down. You know, they fight bare knuckle in the backyard and it's one solid round. There is no break. It is no 2 minute rounds. They fight until somebody quits.
Damn.
And so that's what those English guys are used to, 2 minute rounds, that's cake. Yeah.
So why did the
Shout out to
Jared
Gary Fox.
why did the Jared Lennon bout get canceled? Did he
I
get
don't
hurt or
know, bro.
something?
No, so I was the first one he got pulled out of. So they called me the week of the fight and they're like, "Hey, you guys are just too far apart, bro." Like I was 160 pounds a week out. We did our week out weigh in.
Uh-huh.
And then the day after that, they're like, "Hey, your guys' weight is just too far apart." I guess that dude was walking around at like 147, fighting at
Okay.
145. So I outweighed him by almost 20 pounds a week out. And they're like, "Nah, we're not letting you fight." Mohegan wouldn't let it go on.
Yeah.
But then at Palm Desert, Jared Linden got yanked. The fight for Daniel Alvarez, who's a homie of mine, got
Mhm.
yanked that day too. So I don't know if they're trying to hide that kid from people that are actually going to beat him or something. Because then they gave him a fight like Chachi at one. Chachi, no disrespect to Chachi, but Chachi's a 125er coming up.
Yeah.
So why would they make that fight? It's just weird, bro. Like
Was that
that whole
Chachi's
thing
last
around
fight?
that kid. Yeah, and he whooped that dude's
He
ass too. I
did.
was
He
so proud of him.
the
That should not
ref
have been a draw.
no, it shouldn't. The ref like Chachi kind of fucked himself on that one with because the ref was like, "Yo, go to the corner," and I guess he just
Yeah, yeah,
he got excited, man. He knew he had the win. He was getting
yeah. He beat
excited
that
and
fool up. The
it
first
definitely got
round,
screwed.
yeah, Jared didn't look bad the first round, but you
Yeah,
can tell one thing with these guys that they can't hide. He doesn't like to get hit, brother. And you got to
yeah,
damn near love to get hit to go in and do this shit. And
yeah.
that's one thing that like that's the I don't know, like it kind of feels good, bro. It's kind of weird, you know what I mean? Getting punched in the face ain't that bad, especially with the bare hand. It's like it's a weird feeling that like I don't know, if you're a psychopath like me, you enjoy that shit. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, do it again, dude. I don't know. It's just weird.
I think there's some guys
There's
in there
nothing
that
like
don't
it.
like to get hit at all. Like, no
Like Jared
disrespect to
Lennon.
no disrespect to Johnny Cannoli, but I know he don't like to get hit because he barely gets hit. He
No.
don't like to get hit at all. He's always moving his head like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. but he's good enough to do so. He doesn't look like
Yeah,
a scared little bitch in there. Like you could tell Pat didn't like to get. He got touched one time by Charles Bennett, and he said, "Oh fuck no,
yeah,
that ain't what I signed up for, buddy." You know what I mean? But you can't. I don't know. You got to be willing to, bro. We're going in there bare-handed combat. Like you just got to be willing to say fuck it. And a lot of these dudes aren't. They're not willing to say fuck it.
yeah. Pat definitely felt like he quit towards the end. You could tell
Did
he
you
didn't
see?
want no more.
In between the first and second round, I was watching it. It was showing his corner, and his coach had to make him go back out there in the second round. Everybody heard the whole conversation. The whole
Yeah.
world heard the conversation. Coach, I don't want to go back out there. What are we here for? That's what his coach said. What are we here for? Are you serious? And he got up and went back out. But yeah, supposedly dude broke his face and shit. And if his orbital was broken, shit, dude, it's only the first round. Are you going to quit or not? I don't know. I don't know. Fuck.
Dude, Ben
That's a hard
Rothwell was
decision.
beat bloody. He was beat bloody, and he
Yeah,
was still mad. He was still mad they stopped it.
that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
And that's why I
That's what I'm
love,
saying.
maybe fighters are spoiled, but I love to see the guy who's pissed off when the doctor stops the shit and dude can't even read the ABCs right now.
Yeah. And, that's what hurt the most, I guess, is
Yeah.
like in those fights that my eyes stopped and the doctor stopped the fight. I'm like, dude, it's such a shitty situation because I put myself into that situation that got the cut, but then somebody else is stopping it for me. I don't have a say so in that shit. But yeah, that's just the game. You know what I mean? Got to protect them eyes. And yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. I'm looking forward to this next one. No matter where it's at, dude, no matter who it is, guys are going to see the best version of me yet. We're working with, I've had many amazing trainers help me along the way, but I work with Isaiah Tafoya out of Southside Sluggers in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and he's taught me a lot, man. He's helped me not only grow as a fighter, but grow up here too, to stay more calm. And yeah, you guys are going to see a new version of me in my next fight for sure.
What do you think it is with some of the combat sport fans, like maybe like diehard UFC fans that kind of hate on bare knuckle?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, bro, because like I'll get comments all the time like, "Oh, have fun being a UFC or a wannabe UFC fighter for the rest of your life and being broke or whatever." It's like, motherfucker, you don't know me. I never wanted to be in the UFC, dog.
Yeah,
Like, a lot of us didn't ever want to be a UFC fighter. We're not all washed up MMA fighters. You know what I mean? That's only like
yeah,
half of us. Some of us only wanted to be bare knuckle fighters, bro. We
yeah,
didn't go and fail at one sport and then join this one. We only wanted to do this. Like I only wanted to do this, bro. I never had any second, no plan A, plan B, plan C. It was bare knuckle championships or nothing. And I don't know, maybe people just ain't like that. Cause I feel like a lot of guys that have came into the BKFC only
uh,
did just like Mike Perry. I'm gonna fucking call you out, bro. Like you're only here because you failed at the UFC or you wouldn't be here anyway. So I don't know. I think he needs to fight Lorenzo and stop fucking running, bro. That's what I think.
and then people
Take a
got to
real fight.
realize the guys that been fighting 9 years or longer are probably fought in boxing or UFC or like Bellator or something. They did MMA or boxing because this is only what 8-year-old sport if I'm not mistaken right now.
I think
You,
7. I think
just
7.
seven
7
because
or
you
8
said
maybe.
2018 was what BKFC won.
Yeah, I believe so. So like yeah, we're going into the 8th year of 2026, I believe, of the BKFC.
Facebook didn't even make a single profit until like year 7 or year 8.
Right. And dude, they're gonna like bringing Conor McGregor in, everything that guy touches turns to gold. And I can't wait to see what happens to this thing. And I feel like we're gonna have more events as soon as they do get a solid TV deal. Like I think Dave mentioned on one of the freaking bare knuckle shows that he was talking to ESPN. Could you imagine if bare knuckle fighting was on Sports Center, bro? How cool that would be,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how big it would get so quick. Because,
Like
like Dave
first
always
take talking
says,
about it or something. Stephen A. Smith or
yeah,
something talking
that's
about it.
great. That'd be crazy. And
Yeah.
Dave always says it himself. He's like, if there's one sport that people understand, it's bare knuckle fighting. They've got somebody in their family that they've seen get in a fight if they haven't been in a fight themselves. So if it goes on to Sports Center, bro, it's over. It's a fucking wrap. We'll probably take over the UFC for sure
You know, I'm
because it's more
surprised.
entertaining.
There's somebody I'm surprised that doesn't interview more bare knuckle fighters, and that's Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Only the biggest ones, bro. You got to be,
Yeah.
unfortunately for us, all these promoters care about is social media and
Yeah.
not fighting. But like
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way. And so I joined a community of other fighters. It's called Evo. Shout out to the milkman Chance, man. I'm a
Okay.
part of a community of fighters. There's like 300 of us, and we all help each
Okay.
other with our content every day, and we're helping each other grow. So shout out to the team over at Evo. What up?
It's crazy you
Yeah.
said that because I also promote music for a living, and I do my music podcast live from Vietnam as well, which is
Oh, okay, awesome.
Fridays 7 p.m. and Saturdays we do music reviews 5 p.m. But I've always told musicians like that, like if y'all just get a group of musicians that y'all join this network together, that hey, this guy drops a piece of content and everybody shares everybody's content, likes, comments, reshares, y'all be doing good, you know what I'm saying?
That's
So
exactly what Evo is, bro. It's a group chat full of other amateur and professional fighters that like even a few bare knuckle people are in there with me. And we're gonna have separate chats soon to where I have a bare knuckle chat or Milkman's gonna make it, but I'm gonna run the bare knuckle chat. And then we're gonna have like MMA, Muay Thai kickboxing, jujitsu. Yeah, it's pretty cool, bro. It's growing fast, and all of us are growing with it. So shout out to Evo for sure, because the growth has been real in this last like month since I became a part of that, and it's just beginning. So it's starting to get big, man. It's pretty cool to watch.
do you think a big part of bringing Connor in was so they could bring more of these ex UFC guys in?
I don't think so. I think that they
Okay.
brought Connor in to get more brand deals. I think
Okay.
they brought Connor. I think they're smart and they know that anything that he does in business is gonna work. He's a very smart businessman, bro. So I think that was what it came from. I think Connor came and watched one of them, and he's like, "Dude, I want to invest in this shit." And they said, "Okay, how much?" You know what I mean? Because I think he owns quite a big chunk of the BKFC, if I'm not mistaken. Now, not sure how much, but I'm pretty sure it's decent.
As much as, I mean, Feldman started this, it does seem like whatever Connor wants, Connor gets.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, and that's I guess the way it should be, man. He's the superstar of all superstars in combat sports, so he's gonna know what works. You know what I mean? He's already done it. Yeah. He's a household name. People might not know what MMA is, but they know who the fuck Conor McGregor is,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, so whether it's good or bad, the publicity is out of this world with that guy. Yeah.
So
Shout out to boss man Connor, man. That's gonna take us to the next level.
got another question before we let you go and do any shout outs, any sponsors or whatever it may be. Where do you see yourself 2 years from now in the sport?
I'm definitely going to be fighting the top guys within the next 2 years if they give me the fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see myself fighting the bigger names and climbing my way up to that strap eventually. I'm going to have to claw my way there eventually. So I just look forward to fighting the best, man. I want to keep on challenging myself, and I want to do that against guys that put that fear into my heart, because a lot of these dudes in these weight classes don't scare me like at all. And yeah, I like that fear. I like that chip on my shoulder, and I see myself fighting the highest level guys, at least in the top 10 in the next 2 years, for sure. Yeah.
Do you basically watch all the fight cards usually?
I watch every fight card there is on television, whether it be UFC, boxing, bare knuckle, BK.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what it is. I watch everything that's on TV because I take this shit seriously, bro. I study this shit like it's my job. It is my job. And Yeah, that's all I do on Saturday nights is sit here and study whoever's fighting that night. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. We're going to continue to grow, and I'm going to get to the top of this shit if it kills me.
I be thinking it's weird sometimes when I hear guys say, like, they never watch the fight cards.
I watch every single fight card. I study every single person that we have on the roster. Doesn't matter what weight class they're in. I watch all these guys fight camps. I watch their yeah, I'm obsessed with this shit, bro. This
Who
isn't
who
just a hobby to me. This is
who's
everything.
somebody in BKFC that just really, really impresses you right now?
Nathan Rivera. That's
Okay,
who that's I would say skill for skill, that dude could compete with anybody from 135 to 165. You
okay,
know, he's good, dude. He's good. I watched him closely, and I've had an eye on him since his first fight because of the way that he moves in the ring. If he stays that elusive and nobody can get their hands on the dude, it's going to be
yeah,
real hard to hurt him. You know what I mean? He doesn't get touched very often, so until he fights another high level boxer, and I thought that was going to be Justin Street because Justin Street is a good boxer, but I'm talking like world champion level boxer because that's where I feel like that kid's boxing's at now. He's
yeah.
fucking good, dude. He's good. He's good at those in and out movements, those feints and shit. But I guess to say who I'm most impressed with overall would be, of course, El Zombo, bro. He's a monster.
Yes.
And he's so cool, dude. Like I've met that dude a couple of times. Shout out to El Zombo. He's a badass dude, and I can't wait until he's holding that belt because that it doesn't matter who's in that guy's way. He's knocking him out. I don't care who they put in front of that guy. He's gonna knock him out. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody in bare knuckle that stands a chance against that guy beating him. I mean, he hasn't even hardly been hit.
And dude
Like,
throws hammers. He's throwing
yeah,
sledgehammers for hands, dude. Like I've shook his hand. They're huge, and I got big hands, bro. Like his hands are huge. So I don't I don't see anybody stopping that guy for a long time. He's going to be a long reigning heavyweight champion, and he's going to be a superstar, bro, for sure.
you think it's about time that they need to give him the title shot, or you think they need to still kind of build it up a little bit more?
It's been time. Who else have they made fight 10-0 before they got a title shot in the heavyweight division? Andre Arlovsky was 1-0. Mick
Yeah,
Terrell was like they're always like 3, 4, 4
yeah.
and 0 maybe. This guy's 10-0 with 10 knockouts, I think, or 9-0, 9 knockouts. Why wouldn't he have already got it? Other than them, the politics and trying to build up Big Ben at the time, and now they got Arlovsky, so they're going to see how much they could get out of that name. It's the business, man. But I think they're going to give it to him soon. They have to.
Yeah.
What they're just going to keep on feeding him people to put into the shadow realm, dude. They can't do that. They got to give him some real competition.
Well, I heard a lot of guys don't even want to fight him in the first place. Like Corey Willis, like I mean, Corey Willis is like 2-0.
I
That
know.
was, it would have been like that was like a David and Goliath fight, really, kind of like a
Yeah, and I
guy
was
2-0 fighting a guy who's 9-0 who knocked everybody out in the first round. Corey Willis, now I give him props. Now he did make it 3 rounds.
dude, he lasted
That
longer
was
than
a win for
everybody
him.
else.
That was a
Yeah,
win for him that he made it 3 rounds.
he's a really cool guy, man. And I was terrified when he went in there to fight Pardomo because he was in my corner for Sturgis, and I got talking to him, and he
Yeah.
is a really cool guy. So I was feeling a certain type of way when they like gave him that fight already. It's like, dang, like this dude's 2-0. Why are you trying to go get him murdered right now by this guy? But that's just
And
the
then he
game, bro.
did
They don't
back to
have a lot
back.
of heavyweights.
He did
Yeah,
back to back with Arnold Adams. And I
yeah.
know there was some controversial stuff on the first fight, but I
We
knew,
all know it
man.
wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
didn't matter, man. It did not
yeah,
matter. And he showed it in the second fight. It did not matter that it was just a whole different level. I mean,
yeah.
he is literally the Cuban Mike Tyson. He's short, stocky. He's not even really cut. He just looks so solid.
Yeah, and he's a Cuban, bro. The Cuban guys know how to box, and
Oh
even if
yeah.
like Bloss, for instance, I don't even think he was a boxer, but he picked up to it really quickly because they're so athletic, man.
Yeah, he's
They're
super
very
athletic.
athletic. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't
To
like
see a
betting against
heavyweight like
guys.
that.
I don't like betting against guys who get like knock a guy out and then just do a standing backflip.
Yeah, it's kinda crazy. You can't really bet off
I'm like,
against
oh
somebody like
damn,
that.
this guy is
That's
like
a
crazy. He
yeah,
just knocked this guy out and just did a standing backflip, like landed on his feet like
yeah.
nothing. Like this guy is super athletic.
Yeah, those are the superhuman dudes, you know what I'm saying? I'd
Yeah.
probably break my neck if I did that.
Well, before we let you go, any shout outs you gotta do?
Yeah, shout out to, my coach, Isaiah Tafoya, Amy, you always know. Yeah, man, she does so much for me. She does my meals, she manages my career, she's my trainer 90% of the time, and, couldn't do any of this without you. Thank you. But let's see. O Clothing, RSDS Contracting, myself, Tower Dog Wireless, because I sponsor my career for the most part. My business is what sponsors my career.
Okay.
Evo Fight, the Evo Fight team. Let's see. Zombie Salve. And yeah, it's all I can think of right now, bro. We haven't even started that yet. Oh, Dr. Gervitz, my doctor. He is my
Now
main sponsor out
your
of
wife is the one
everybody.
that hit me up about the interview?
Yeah. Yeah, that's Amy.
Okay.
She does all that stuff on the back end. She does all my matchmaking and yeah, she's a licensed trainer. She's got her manager's license and stuff, so she's doing it the right way.
Okay.
And I wanted to build something for both of us to do. You know what I mean? We've been learning on the job together. We train together every day, so we're growing one day at a time.
That's what's up. Well, appreciate you taking the time out, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you
Definitely
having me
interesting
on, bro.
interview when I see the anytime, man. Once you find out about your fight, man, we'll, try to get you back on so you can announce that and we could talk
Yeah,
about your opponent
definitely.
some.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for having me on, brother. Appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome. Enjoy your night.
You too.
Peace. Well, there you have it. Daniel Tower Dog Pettit. Um, Dude said he's climbing like 500-foot towers. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like heights. I would be scared. But yo, if you could do that, I mean, why would you be scared to get in a ring with somebody? Because that's definitely far more dangerous than just getting punched in the face. That's for sure. Well, appreciate everybody that tuned in. Had a little issues with Instagram earlier, but look like we got a little bit of action going on. Shouts out to everybody tuning in. BKFC Cutman, G Perez. Shouts out to you. Pilo Gaines, appreciate it. True Scribe actually used to make a couple beats for me back in the days. Appreciate all the comments. Um, yeah, so hopefully he'll find out soon about his up and coming fight. And I know they just added a bunch of fight cards. Well, not the fight cards, but the dates actually. They got the BKSC Fight Club coming up 2 days before my birthday in Philly. BKC Fight Night Hawaii. They got Denver. They got Australia, Clearwater, Salt Lake City. That's the one he said he's trying to get on, which that'll be May 15th. Then you got Palm Desert and Serbia, man. BKFC in Serbia sounds really tough. Serbia is like a really tough country. Then, of course, you got the next event, BKFC Fight Night Newcastle, McTerrell versus Ghost McFarlane. Then you got BKC 87 Hollywood, Kai Stewart versus Nico Gaffey, which we just talked about that earlier. And that's definitely going to be interesting. Damn, Nico Gaffey looks a hell of a lot bigger than Kai Stewart in these pictures, yo. But Kai, with that cardio, man, he's coming at you like nonstop, man. He don't really got the knockout power. He can knock you down, and a lot of times I see a lot of the knockdowns that he gets, the refs try to call them as slips, but they were knockdowns. Then you got Parker Porter versus Watson, BKC Fight Night, Mohegan Sun. Boy, they be milking the hell out of Mohegan Sun right now. They just had literally 3 or 4 events, like, in a few months up in there. That's gonna be interesting, though, man. Josh Watson is a beast, man, with the stay down tattoos on his hands, and then Parker Porter 3-0. Tough guy, man. Tough guy. That's gonna be interesting. Alright, we about to wrap it up. Get off here, clip up some clips. Shouts out to Tower Dog, Daniel Pettit for coming on. And hopefully I can overcome those fear of heights, man. Hopefully I can conquer that, you know what I'm saying? Definitely conquer my fear of heights. But it is what it is. All right, we about to wrap it up, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace. And I am out.